High percentage look. Here he is off the ball screen.
Two bodies right with him as he came off that screen. Shot clock at 7. Bidunga, deep position, scores with the left hand. Bidunga cut off, down low. Recchi stuffed by Bidunga. Bidunga gives to Peterson. Back to Bidunga. Crafty finish, splitting defenders. How about that two-man game?
Yeah, he said which games? Kentucky, San Diego State.
Yes. The Kentucky game, of course, during that national championship season for the Jayhawks. Bidunga again, head up on the dribble, nobody open. Bidunga deep post position again, lays it in.
Here this season, Trey White with a nice interior feed. Bidunga up with the left and good. Peterson on the bench right now for Kansas. Bidunga uses that right arm.
Kansas 3 lobs already. Bidunga in with Tiller. They go and connect. And Bidunga with some nice patience. Extra pass, Council. He drives, puts it up. A flush for Flory. Off the drive from Council Jr.
Because he could have shot that, but instead he plays to his strings, to the piece of the paint. He draws Sheldon Williams off of Flory Bidunga and throws it up.
McDowell up top. Bidunga, the easy finish.
Nobody in the corner, so it's a long rotation to try to get in front of Flory Bidunga.
Again in isolation, this time Happy. Gives it up. Bidunga getting out to pressure. A steal and a finish. Wow. Unbelievably athletic play. I thought he was going to come land on us. Not only does he not do that, he's able to corral the ball, get ahead of the pack, and dunk it. If he can tee one up. Bidunga isolated. Quickly attacks. Nice. Cross the lane and in with the left hand. 4th rebound, Bidunga. And now driving, spinning, and scoring with the offhand. Been impressed. Kansas lead cut in half by that trio of free throws, and now the Jayhawks do get a lob. Bidunga on the business end. Finally, you knew it was inevitable. Got that empty side pick and roll. Back into Flory. Goes baseline. Back middle. Oh my! Oh my! Flory Bidunga making posters. Facing up, driving, spinning. Oh my goodness! Flory Bidunga deep into his bag. Oh my gosh! They're trending in the right direction, no doubt about it. Great deep position for Bidunga. He has 23 today, matching his career high.
Only 29 points in the game since, but that's a good start for a guy that can get hot in a hurry.
Bidunga tried the handoff, almost broken up there by Dame Sarr, and Bidunga knows what to do with it. And now another turnover. It's Dawson, the lob, and the finish for Bidunga. White looking inside. Bidunga. Good defense by Gungba, but Bidunga solves it. Between Bidunga and Gungba. Council finds a little room, finds Bidunga, who lays it in. They've held White in check a little bit more here in the second half.
A good hard hedge by Malik Brown.
Tough pass into traffic, and Bidunga finishes.
Burton rejected. Bidunga turning defense into offense.
Burton tries to pull up. Bidunga says no way. Kansas Notre Dame tied. Bidunga to the line when we get back. So you're rooting for the three?
I'm just interested, you know, have we ever had one? Bidunga, a 6-point possession, and all 6 go to number 40. Harrelson gets to his spot, but Bidunga erases it again. He's got 5 of those today.
A little bit fortunate there.
Trey White wanted it back. Instead, Bidunga, 17-footer, pure.
Showing off the range.
Kyan Anthony blocks. Bidunga,
he's just lining that thing up from the weak side.
Bidunga now drives it. Akpara waiting for him. Nice move.
If anybody could get him out of a shooting slump, it might be a guy like that, the former Husky.
Bidunga inside and uses the rim to seal off. And now Council, the St. Bonaventure transfer. Council puts it on the floor. Lob, Bidunga!
Come off that tight curl, get into the paint. Just, you know, the big fella's going to the rim. Simeon, the Morris twins, Aldridge, Robinson, Bidunga.
History at home.
How do you explain Gonzaga losing by 40? They beat me too. They didn't even have to screen there. Usually you screen the big guy.
Largest lead for Kansas. White driving it into Williams. Hands off Bidunga, who stuffs it home. Peterson has all 8 Jayhawk points in the second half. Bidunga double team, stuffs it through.
A lot of times you hate when big guys bring the ball low, but what agility.
Anybody wants to know anything about the Towson Tigers? John Crispin's your guy. Inside Flory Bidunga, all 6 for the Jayhawks. Flory Bidunga blocks the shot, picked up inside, and it spins out for Tyler Coleman. Kept alive by Towson, and now it's cleared by the Jayhawks. So without Peterson tonight, how different is Kansas? Trey White missing, followed Flory Bidunga, and 1 for Bidunga.
Understand that it's not about one guy. It's about let's create space, let's cut harder, let's dive harder off of let's swap balls into row 6, seat 7.
Recognizing the mismatch, having the smaller Covell on and burying him in the paint. Now Jaden Dawson getting out in the passing lane as he throws the lob.
They come out of that timeout with a little bit of his own.
Bidunga, too strong, got his own miss. And another left-hand jump hook for Flory Bidunga.
Bidunga underneath, and a throw down to get it started. Bounce pass, Bidunga off the glass and in. Tries to pass it, but Bidunga's long arms takes it away.
Kansas' hands have been so active.
Whoa, and speaking of long arms on the other end.
A terrific job of keeping his hands low against any of those little drop passes underneath. And he doesn't relax and sprints the middle of the floor. He's seeing a big basket right now.
Inside, Bidunga, flat, got it back, and pads his own stats.
Up by 15, 12.5 minutes into this game. Backdoor cut, McDowell into Bidunga for 2 more.
I would say for Kansas, 17 assists on 31 made field goals, and they shot 50% from the three-point line because of that movement. There you go.
And Bidunga punches it down early. Michael Rataj, Oregon State transfer, played there the last 3 years. Here's it, lob inside. Pile off the screen. Hesitation to the pole. Rejected. Bidunga. Save Bidunga. Tell you, that's a Bill Russell move.
Caden Powell, deep post position.
Powell, a Rice transfer, a Wyoming transfer. Bidunga punches one down on the baseline. They continue to keep the big fella's hands full.
And that's big to big. Bryson Tiller.
5:25 to play. First half. Kansas inside. Bidunga from Peterson. How simple. Peterson can't give him an inch. High pick and roll. Top of the arc. Lobs it inside. Bidunga. Nice catch and flush. Ties the largest lead of the game. And a steal. Bidunga. Thompson Jr. The lob. Oh, he kept the big guy's hands. Watch this once again.
Yes, sir.
The Big 12 Conference, folks. A different league.
That's Bidunga right there influencing that shot on Matai.
The lob.
Toronto the other way. Malone off the feed, inside, Dak, pump fake, rejected. Council the other way.
There you go.
Good look.
Yep.
And White able to find Bidunga.
Possession by Flory Bidunga.
Bidunga wants it. Gets
Yes,
it.
there you go.
And the steal plus tags.
Yep. Got to give him some outlets and move that ball quickly.
Shot clock winding down. Feed inside. Bidunga off the window and in.
Is playing all the way back in the lane, trying to take away dribble penetration. That shot will be there, and he's got to make them.
Bidunga for two. I wonder, Fonz. So how about Kansas State within two without Haggerty scoring so far? Bidunga denies him, and it's a shot clock violation. Boy, how about the flexibility? He's averaging 7 3-point attempts per game on situations just like this. Bidunga, oh, duck and cover.
Beautiful drop pass there, and what a punch. Wow. Force with the left hand.
Easy does it for Kansas. No quick looks. Bidunga turns and burns down the lane. Bidunga
Considers himself to be Batman. Melvin Council considers him to be Robin.
Look at that lob. It was a laser.
Tiller gets it across to White. Looked like Cada fouled him. They don't call it. And White will lob it up for Bidunga.
At United Supermarkets Arena. Toss inside, good position, and Bidunga puts it in.
Yeah, 0 out of 16.
Yeah, and 0 points, 4 turnovers in that first half. Nice job. It's like a layup for him, Tim, and you saw that jump shot right there. He had a fall away from the baseline. Bidunga. 6th in the country, a field goal percentage at almost 68%. And obviously those two are first in the league. How about that? Bidunga and Tiller, this is just...
Darnell Valentine in the early 80s. Kansas was just a dominant program and remains so with Bill Self. Look at that. Bidunga again. It's easy in today's transactional era to think otherwise.
It's easy to be likable when you're best player on the floor every single night.
Member in history, 4 goals.
Toss inside, Bidunga. On Krivas, up and under. That's a creative move. Council rejected by Krivas.
That's amazing. He is now the front runner for Defensive Player of the Year. Oh! Pick and roll. Remember what we said, right? Melvin Council and Flory Bidunga. That's the 15th time this season.
Under 10 to go. And number 1, Arizona.
Lob.
Bidunga inside, twisting, turning, and Kansas.
But Bradley looks like he wants to go to the hole unless this guy can shoot a 3.
Bidunga on Burries. Burries puts it on the deck. And Bidunga swats it.
See the seal inside, but watch Bidunga.
See if they can get Jefferson going. Bullies his way to the basket, no call.
He had the same issues in Lawrence. He has trouble scoring over length. Wow!
Nice pass by Tiller to Bidunga. Those guys go back and forth, giving each other opportunities.
Go towards the middle. He had it wide open in the middle.
Jackson probes. Here's the lob, and there's the finish. Bidunga.
How about Bidunga with a little juice?
White lob it up.
Play.
And put it down. The catch and lay-in for Bidunga.
At least 3 times on the kill. Look at the same
Lob it up.
play.
Oh, big finish. Bidunga over the top. He was 0 of 8 from the field before that. Peterson missed it. Lob upstairs, guiding it through. Bidunga, maybe not the way it was drawn up. Nice.
Peterson with Karchenkov on his hip, finds Bidunga. Inside and 2 for Flory.
Is Bidunga trying to get things rolling. Bidunga threw it in the air and able to bank that one home, plus a foul. He's not out of the locker. Here's Council. the move end to end. Bidunga with the catch and the finish on the left side.
Dalto looking for a pick from Bidunga, and now the lob back to the beginning. A lot of traffic in there from McGriff. Too much turnover. Jayhawks bringing it down. Council the left. With the easy dunk. See if they can get a stop. Bidunga. Get the stop. Sire the lob underneath. Bidunga, the left hand hook. Just threw that one down. Good pass by Lazard. Now Bidunga on the dribble. The lob. From Peterson.
I think you could have left me out. Bidunga inside. Flory off the glass and in.
Exactly. Level Vicious didn't realize they were going to double team Punch, and he just threw across court.
Peterson off the mark. Bidunga puts it in.
Iowa for Jamie Dixon.
Peterson feeding it to Bidunga. Flory inside, rattles that home.
Because Flory is toe-to-toe with him.
The air inside. Bidunga rejected him.
He stayed back because he had to guard his man, but he was still in position to make the block. Here he comes, and that ball is on the way up.
1 of 7 from the field for Dominic Daniels.
But he never lets that bother him.
That's
In
right.
that league championship game to get him here, he was 4 for 22.